Hey everybody, it's Barbara. I'm back with another in the background video. Welcome. I'm going to show you how I did one of the backgrounds on this pennant that I just showed you. I'm using the Trendy triangle stamp set by My Favorite Things, and I'm going to create a background with it. Normally these images are stamped on die cuts, the same size and shape, but I am going to think out of the box on this and make a background. Now, first of all, I apologize for my head being in the way a couple of times here, but I've got to be able to see exactly where I'm putting this so I can show you what I'm doing. So first of all, I line up the bottom of the stamp. I don't know if you can tell or not, but there's like a little bevel area at the bottom of on each side of the stamp actually, and I'm putting one right along my grid line on my grid paper. And then I am going to put my stamping block on it. It also has grid lines, and I'm lining them up, and I'll show you that in just a minute as soon as I get my head out of the way. Can you see where my grid line on my stamp is right at the bottom of that? I'm going to use that to stamp across just to keep everything lined up better. I'm using primitive white cardstock, also from My Favorite Things, and I've drawn some lines on this with a ruler about 3/4 of an inch apart, not to really stamp right on, but to just keep me in line. I'll have those lines, there to just help me judge where to put my lines. I'm not stamping right on it, but it will keep me lined up. So first of all, I'm going to use orange Fizz ink, safety orange ink, and Jellybean Green ink from My Favorite Things. Now we don't have a bright blue, so I'm using brilliant blue from Stampin' Up. This banner is going in my dining room, and I needed that brilliant blue. So first of all, I've chosen 4 of the triangles that I wanted to use, and I'm just going to start stamping them across the bottom of my cardstock. The first one is using orange Fizz, and I had a severe moment of indecision there for a couple of minutes, so I cut that out. Next up, I'm using Jellybean Green, now the safety orange. I'm sort of alternating my hot and cool colors. And now my brilliant blue. And now I'm going to start all over again. So orange Fizz. I'm using the same images with each color, so I'm not having to stop and clean them off in between. Jellybean Green. And this is coming upside down now, all the way across, to sort of make a solid pattern. Safety orange now, brilliant blue, and starting all over again with orange Fizz. I'm just repeating those 4 colors over and over, both in each direction. And now again safety orange to finish off that row. And now I'm going to start all over again with the point up. I think it's important with your stamp sets to look and see what different you can do, different than what they were designed for. Think outside of the box. When I was looking for backgrounds for this, I'm speeding this up now in case you hadn't noticed, so you don't have to watch all this in regular time. I'm doing the same thing over and over. But as I was looking for some backgrounds to use on my banner, because I wanted to stamp every piece of cardstock that I used, I had to look at things in a different way to come up with something that would work, because I wanted to use all 4 colors on every piece of this cardstock. So I couldn't use some background stamps. I had to use something that had individual stamps. So here we are repeating the colors, And since that was safety orange, it's now time for brilliant blue. And you can see you end up with a really randomized variety of colors on this background paper. Is it stamped absolutely perfectly as far as lining up? No, but a lot of the background paper, pattern paper that you buy is not either. It's sort of random looking, and I think that really adds to the look and the feel. So that doesn't worry me a bit. But my penciled lines do help me keep it from going too far off track. We're back to starting over with the orange fizz again. And after I finished, I just went back in and erased all of the pencil marks. Now I'm not going to do the whole thing, but this is enough to show you. Thanks for watching.